AFC battle on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was at the end of all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They'll fire one. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 50 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Miles Jack.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson Options out left. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson now. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play that time for the Ravens. 49 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jackson on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Jaguars 7, Ravens nothing.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. The play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 34. To throw is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 9 at the 45-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Patrick Queen
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking long for Westbrook. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. With it is Brown. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over
at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down, Baltimore.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson, option right. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Able to complete this to Chenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Again, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Ravens 3. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. No, he almost had it.
Jackson
already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson looking deep for Hilton. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
For Jacksonville.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And the Raven first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. The play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
Gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Tackled by Calais Campbell, who was an all-pro with these Jaguars.
Second and 6.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he stopped immediately there.
Number 20.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackled by Calais Campbell, who was an all-pro with these Jaguars.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Rodgers.
It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He turns and gives to Coleman. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 44, Jackson looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
4th down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
No, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not going to pull out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Laviska Shenault, 73 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 36. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter.
Mike, 56, right there.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Rodgers.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
To Tevin Coleman.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And the Raven first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Keeps the score. Jaguars 27, Ravens 9.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 47-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. 20, 10, and it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Ravens 17.
So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Today's final score.
The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.